Hello and welcome to Geek's Kingdom. I'm Zach, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the most recent and final trailer for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and whether the trailer reveals too much about the Fallen Kingdom storyline or if it is possibly just the right amount of sneak peeks into the movie and the storyline as a whole, or maybe it's kind of right on that borderline where it's a little bit too much, but we still have some good surprises in store for us. So I did do a poll of the community and I shared that on the Jurassic Park subreddit. So I have some nice information about what the community as a whole thinks. And I'm also going to share some of my thoughts about the trailer and whether I think it shared too much about the storyline. So after watching the final trailer for Fallen Kingdom and then later watching the international version of that final trailer, I was firmly in the camp of people that believe way too much was revealed about this movie from these trailers. However, as I continue to think about the trailers and kind of analyze the scenes that we saw in my mind, I transitioned to the group of people that think that while it would have been nice to have a couple of these surprises kind of saved for the final movie, there are a ton of surprises still in store for us. And I kind of made this transition personally by kind of looking at the trailer kind of in bits and pieces and not as a whole. And then you kind of see that while the trailer does reveal big portions of the plot, or at least what we think is big portions of the plot, there is a lot of questions that kind of arise from these scenes. So just looking at something that only has like 4 to 5 seconds of this trailer in total, and those are the scenes revolving around the mosasaur. So we see a scene with the mosasaur's eye and with the sub underwater as they're kind of looking for the Indominus remains. We see the scene where the mosasaur is jumping for the poor soul that's trying to climb up a ladder into a helicopter. And then, of course, we see the scene that we saw in the teaser 2 of the mosasaur in the open water. So these scenes reveal a lot about the storyline, but they also ask so many questions about the storyline at the same time and really get our minds pumping and kind of thinking about different scenarios of how these scenes play out. When do these scenes take place in the movie? A lot of people are speculating that the scenes with the submarine and the helicopter are taking place in the early part of the film, right off the beginning, possibly as like kind of like a prequel to the film, in between Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then the open world or the open ocean scene. When exactly does that take place in the film? Some people are speculating that it's at the very end, kind of setting up Jurassic World 3, but we really don't know where exactly in the film that these scenes take place. We do know that with the scenes that some people are thinking are from the early possible prequel part of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, with the mosasaur in the submarine and the mosasaur jumping towards the helicopter, that we do see hints that the park as a whole has decayed a decent amount. So it is a decent way, into the future after Jurassic World kind of collapsed. But we don't know exactly how far along in the storyline. And that's not only the questions. We have not only where these scenes take place in the movie as a whole and in the Jurassic World timeline and Jurassic Park timeline, I guess, in general, but also how does the mosasaur escape? How exactly does it reach the open water? There was a kind of a teaser slash hint slash possible spoiler on the Jurassic World website that has later been removed, but was that spoiler removed for inaccuracy to how the film actually plays out, or due to the fact that it was a big spoiler? And there's also questions like, how did the mosasaur survive? How exactly long before it escapes into open water was it in that lagoon? Like, how did the water filtration systems remain online? What did it eat? And things like that. There's a lot of questions that just this little portion of the trailer kind of ask, even though we have kind of big glimpses into the movie. There is a lot of questions still that remain unanswered. And that's why I've definitely transitioned to the second boat of people that while a lot of surprises have been revealed, there are still a lot of surprises in store for us and a lot of questions that remain unanswered. Although in conclusion of kind of my thoughts, just talking about the mosasaur part of the trailer, and there's so much more to talk about, and I'll probably have numerous videos about these trailers in the coming weeks as I kind of think about things and analyze them in my head and just share some of my opinions and thoughts. But just talking about the mosasaur part, if we had the first two scenes with the Indominus skeleton, which was a very cool scene, and the mosasaur jumping out the helicopter, I would have been happy with that being sufficient. And revealing that the mosasaur is out in the open water in the film would have been amazing to see that. However, the film might actually cover how the mosasaur actually escapes. So then that's less of a, massive surprise if you know that the mosasaur is in the open water already. Then seeing it kind of behind the surface isn't as major of a surprise. So maybe essentially that storyline gets explained in the early part of the film, and that's why it's not too big of a spoiler to kind of show that it is open in the open water, because we're going to know that it's in the open water. Just seeing it is just going to be kind of the surprise itself. So as I was thinking about the content of these trailers, I was wondering what other people in the community were feeling. So I made this quick straw poll, shared it on the Jurassic Park subreddit, as well as a couple of Discord servers, including the Geeks Kingdom Discord, which there's a link to in the description below. But anyways, to the point of this segment of the video, I was wondering what other people were thinking, and I was really thinking that a lot of people would be in the same boat as that I was originally, that yes, way too much has been revealed. And when I made the poll, I was kind of surprised to see that nearly half the people agreed with me, but I was kind of expecting this. But on the flip side, I was expecting a lot of people to think that just the right amount had been revealed. So I expected it to be pretty decisive, where some of the fans were thinking that too much has been revealed, and a lot of people thinking that just the right amount has been revealed. But pretty much the vast majority of people feel that too much has been revealed, or just slightly too much, but there's still surprises in store for the storyline as a whole. And like I was saying in the earlier segment, after thinking about it more, I have moved on to the group of people and firmly believe that, yes, I would prefer less, but there's still a lot of surprises in store and a lot of storyline still for us to find out when we watch the movie in its entirety for the first time on the big screen. So I'm wondering now, as people kind of think about things more, if they'll kind of follow what I did and kind of move from this boat or group of people that too much has been revealed and kind of transition to this medium group. But I was still surprised to see that very few people actually think that just the right amount has been revealed about these trailers. So it does look like that Universal probably got a little too generous with the content with these trailers, but quite a few people feel that it's not going to ruin the story. But at the same time, nearly half the people do feel that too much has been revealed. So in the end, the big conclusion I have here is that Universal went a little bit generous on revealing content for the Fallen Kingdom trailer. But I do have the feeling that some people, as they continue to think about it a little bit deeper and kind of look at the trailers not as a whole, but kind of dig into individual portions of the trailer, that they will kind of transition to the group that, yes, too much was probably revealed, but there are still a lot of surprises in store. And that's kind of where I'm at now, but I'm definitely interested to see kind of how you feel about the trailers, if too much has been revealed, if just the right amount has been revealed, or if you're kind of in that borderline group that about 40% of the people are, and that I now am in too. So if you have any comments or thoughts about these trailers, do leave those in the comments below. I'm definitely interested in seeing what you thought. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, give it a big like. I greatly appreciate that. Also, if you're not already an existing subscriber, smash that subscribe button to stay tuned for more great videos from Geeks Kingdom. I will have quite a bit more Jurassic Park and / Jurassic World content coming out in the future. I have a lot of different topics I wanted to talk about the upcoming movie, as well as kind of looking at some of the Jurassic Park content of the past, including playing through Trespasser. I've already kind of started that playthrough, but I still have some footage to edit, and I'll start uploading that in the near future too. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, Zach out.